Hello, fabulous superstar Pisces. Welcome to your horoscope for the month of September 2024. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here. It is a remarkable astrological week, without a doubt. Big moves happening in the sky now. Boy, is this a very special time. And it truly is so special now. Big energies at play right out of the gate on the first of the month. We have Uranus going retro. Uranus is at the height of its power as it changes directions closer to the Earth than it might otherwise be. And Uranus is going direct in a part of the sky for you that has to do with communication, conversation, and siblings, cousins, and neighbors are covered here as well. Now, the thing is, when Uranus goes retrograde, it does bring with it a moment of surprise, an unexpected development, sometimes a shock. However, it ultimately invites deeper reflection. It is truth that is revealed or undeniable in some way. Your immediate environment, your neighborhood might feel a little nutty, might get a little chaotic, so just be open to that. But what we also have here is perhaps developments related to a sibling, cousin, or neighbor that take you by surprise. Maybe they're making choices in their life that you really didn't expect. Or it could be that you have a desire to be present with one of these people. In some cases, it might feel like a neighbor moves away, for example. For all that, though, what also awakens here is a newfound curiosity. Communication of all kinds and synchronicity is very high now. You being in the right place at the right time, meeting the right person, having the right conversation can be a game changer, personally, professionally, or in just about any area of life now. On the same day, Pluto retrogrades back into the sign of Capricorn. This is a friendship part of your sky. Now, this is going to be a 7-week stay that really is about wrapping up loose ends. Pluto has been in this part of the sky since 2008. It was last year in the spring that we had Pluto leave this part of the sky briefly. And then again in January of this year, now we're going to have Pluto return. And after these 7 weeks, once Pluto leaves, Pluto will not return to this part of the sky in this lifetime, most likely. It'll be over 200 years before we see this again of Pluto moving through Capricorn. And so some of the more intense and larger lessons with Pluto will be done for now. But for all that, wow, big energies at play. And it can feel as if very quickly you're paying attention to what's happening with a friend or within a group dynamic. These particular endeavors and people can feel exhausting now. I do want to be straightforward with you. It can be downright tiring, draining is a better word for it. Or it could be that one of these people behaves in a way that feels overly dramatic or cruel even as well. If you know that there have been power struggles or power games playing out, it might change your role within a group dynamic as well. Now, whatever takes place might in some way reflect what was happening for you at the end of December and the very beginning of January. That is the last time Pluto was where Pluto is set to be now. So there might be a reawakening that ultimately returns you to an awareness of the role that friends are playing for you in your life now and likely going forward from here. On the second of the month, we have a new moon happening in your opposite sign, and that new moon is going to stand across the sky from Saturn. Consequential energies at play, but really it comes down to being honest with yourself about aligning with another person. Business partnerships, professional alliances are covered here. And with Saturn, there tends to be a reality check moment, a moment of truth, you could call it, a moment of honest evaluation. And it's about evaluating what is being sacrificed and if it is worth it. And we sacrifice all kinds of things, right? Time, sometimes resources, We sacrifice sometimes our peace of mind, our autonomy. But yeah, this is about working with another and how that's going for you. If it is beneficial, is it bringing in greater prosperity or not? These are part of the awarenesses that could come about. And if it is that you are looking to align with new people for shared prosperity, well, there will be a need for careful negotiation and consideration as to what this alliance could realistically and actually bring. And realistic really is key here. Now, for all that, I think this is going to speak very powerfully in the context of love, and I'll talk about that in just a moment. But now we're going to focus on you, because that is the very big story now. And that is the fact that we are going to begin eclipse season on the 17th with a lunar eclipse in your sign. This is huge. And this is a powerful, consequential lunar eclipse without a doubt. This energy is a game changer. And I know I spoke about it in the year ahead video, but I'm going to talk about it with you now as well. Whenever I see eclipses in someone's sign, I'm reminded of some of the incredible changes in people's lives that I have seen when they have an eclipse in their sign. I have seen changes in relationships, for sure, because our relationships tend to be an extension of us. It's a shift of identity. It's seeing yourself differently. That is the game changer. And so, yeah, that might change relationships. Again, I'll talk about that in a moment. I have seen changes of career, of jobs, where they over-identified with it or said, this is who I am. Lots of people I've seen over the years have quit drugs, made big life changes. I have met a couple of people, one person who went vegetarian at an eclipse in their sign, another who went vegan. I met one person who was vegan for 10 years, and at an eclipse in their sign, they started eating meat again. And so these are just some examples of the very big changes that people go through, because an eclipse invites you to see everything, including yourself, differently in an instant. Now, this is a lunar eclipse. Whatever changes is going to be characterized by some ending, but there's massive blessings here. And there's also opportunity. Jupiter is square this eclipse, and so that tells me that whatever's happening, your response to it feels over the top. It feels larger than life. There might be a lot of over-optimism here, or a lot of energy. However, what we have happening is a kite formation. It is a major configuration that involves the connection of a grand trine and a grand sextile. Okay, so what we have here is Uranus, Pluto, and the Sun forming a grand trine. That's massive blessings. And then we have Uranus and Pluto both sextile the moon. That's opportunity. And of course, the moon is opposite the sun. Now, on either side of the moon, we get Saturn and Neptune. So you can see here, all the big planets are involved with this energy. And they are saying that this is a time when it can feel like everything changes. Eclipses are not necessarily energy you want to actively work with, but rather eclipses, developments just show up. It just presents itself to you. And as it presents itself to you, it ends up being consequential, whatever shows up. And the consequence is a changed understanding of self and a changed understanding of you. Who you know yourself to be is going to be seen very differently in an instant. And that could change so many things for you for the better. So stay open to possibility. This can be a really exciting time for you. I do want to say it can be a time of great insight, of great momentum, and great blessing. It starts with you, and then we go to relationships. So where it comes to matters of love, love is going to be a really big deal. It might be under the light of the eclipse, because that lunar eclipse in your sign, well, the moon is emotion. What do you really feel? I think in an instant, you're going to see it differently. However, that new moon in your opposite sign, that is a new beginning in the context of love. And it is a big moment in the context of love for the year. And so this is a month that's going to stand out in all kinds of ways, but is a very important month for you. Now, where it comes to matters of love, and for those of you open to meeting someone new, that new moon is a powerful symbol of someone showing up to help you to understand where you are in love and how you feel about it. And I think the key is, what are you going for long term? What are you going for in the big picture? And as part of that, you might be feeling hesitant or wanting to be patient, or, wanting to hold back a little bit. As part of understanding and having that reality check moment about where you are in love and why you think you are there. And what does that mean going forward from here? What is it going to mean for you navigating forward from here or not? Regardless of what might happen with this person, it ends up being a time that does feel like it helps you to find the clarity you need and an awareness that you have options available to you in the context of love. For those of you just starting to date someone, powerful energies are at play here in the context of dating. Either this is going to be a brand new beginning with this person and you are partners, or it's going to be realizing that this is not someone to partner with. With Saturn, this person is showing you who they are, but also you are having to be honest with yourself about who they are, about what you're seeing, and about what you're feeling. And what work is involved to be in partnership with this person. If this is someone to navigate forward with, to move towards partnership with, chances are you'll feel deeply committed. But if not, well, you're making the responsible choice. And for those of you in an established bond, look, the overwhelming majority are going to find this a time when you may feel like there are factors that are less than ideal. Maybe you have responsibilities or you're busy. You can't be as present with your partner, but there is a new chapter there for the two of you that bonds the two of you and deepens the commitment for the two of you going forward. For a very small percentage, if you felt for a while that maybe you're not in the right relationship for you, there's going to be some exchange here that ends up serving as an anchor of sorts. We get to the eclipse, and that's when you figure out what you want to do and whether or not this is someone to navigate forward with. What I love about this month for you, there's so much here. It's a powerful and meaningful astrological moment. I'm going to say I love the eclipse in your sign. I think that's a really big deal. It is powerful. It is meaningful. It is energy that is a game changer. And the game is you, right? Who you know yourself to be, what matters to you most. And first, your priorities, your identity is set to be seen very differently from heart, but also with massive blessings and opportunity. This new sense of self will emerge, and it changes everything going forward from here. Well, thank you so much for watching. You can get a video like this each and every week for each and every sign for as low as just $3 a month with choose your membership rate at NadiyaShahSuperstars.com. Higher tiers get you things like all access passes to Synchronicity University events, consultations with me, and so much more. All of this in the Superstar space at NadiyaShahSuperstars.com. Links are in the description below. Thank you again for watching. It'll be a great month. Enjoy.